I just wanted to jump on. In terms of
get to the bullying, right?
Well, nah, go ahead, bro.
yeah, no, but in
we'll get to
terms
that
of
next.
just in terms of the whole mental health. I mean, at the end of the day, mental health, you want to reach happiness. You want to reach a fulfilling life. Um, and the details you go into in terms of things that you've experienced. For me, I I could sit here and be traumatized from when I was 10 years old in a car accident, and they found me 25 feet away from the car. I could be traumatized from that, and and I could take that and have some feelings towards my mom personally, her boyfriend at the time who was racing his car personally. But when we speak of mental health, it's not just your mind set, you tricking yourself. It's a lifestyle. Like you have to live this way where you're literally like a alien because you're not like a lot of people in the world. So when I heard you say like you want me to think of a kid that may be looking for something to relate to. So as I said, high level fifth quarter training, that's the business. So the 5 quarters represents a different milestone in your life. So the first quarter, we have early childhood. The second quarter, we have middle childhood. The third quarter, we have adolescent. The fourth quarter, we have adulthood. And then the fifth quarter, we have what? Happiness, a fulfilling life. In order to get to the fifth quarter, all I'm saying is 1, 2, 3, and 4, you have to have an understanding or you have to accept. I don't believe those two words are the same. Because I can understand something and not accept it. I can accept something and not understand it. But when you look at life and you dive into your life, and for me, due to my experiences, I'm able to shake off anything that may have been traumatizing to me because I know that I'm here to serve my people. I know that it's my mission. Yeah. So I say that to say, yesterday I'm coming from Weekway. I just had I did an observation at Weekway for my brother's keeper. I was observing one of the other coaches who was giving a presentation. I run into Javon King. Shout out Javon King, University 09. Javon is someone that I went to school with. We both graduated together, but mentally, I'm not supposed to like Javon. We fought in high school. He played for Shabazz. I played for Weekway. Crossed up the street, down the hill, rival. But we see each other, and initially you're gonna think that, oh, we had a fight. Like we ain't seeing each other, so initially you're gonna think that. But the fact of the matter is, initially when I seen that brother, all I could do is go up to him and shake his hand and say, "I love you, man. What's up? What you been up to?" We conversed. Everything was great from there. But for the simple fact that that's what my head is, yeah, my brain should say, this is the dude I fought in high school. I ain't seen him in years, and now we both walking down the street. We bumped into each other. The mental health tells me that I understand why I had that fight. I understand that. I accept why I had that fight. That fight don't bother me. But it's when you look back and you're not able to connect the dots. That's when you start drifting. Why this happening? Why this happening? Why this happening? And the only reason I'm able to deal with and I guess master the art of being emotionally stable, that's all it is, it's happiness, is because I've learned that the way you personally feel don't matter to the world. And I say this in the most positive way. Because I want to service my community and volunteer and put my passion and impact the kids. Nobody cares about that. Not even the families that need babysitters and can't afford it. Nobody cares about that. Why? It don't pay a lot. It don't pay a lot. But guess what? When you could walk around and you could say, in 1 year, I've impacted more lives than the average person does in a lifetime, you rich. You rich. What else are you here for? You could have $1 billion, okay. You can have $0, okay. But what are you here for? One of my great coaches at King University, I believe it was Dan Gary, he said, you got a birth year and you got a death year. What is that dash in the middle gonna say? What they gonna put on your dash? What they gonna put?
Okay.
They gotta put something, cause we are what we repeatedly do. We are what we repeatedly do. So it's no secret why Jared right there, Ty right there, you right here, I'm right here. This manifests way before us.
Facts. Let's get into bullying, man.
Bullying.
Before we like,
I'm gonna
miss
jump
that
into
part.
bullying. I'm gonna jump into bullying.
Yeah. Is it worse nowadays with social media, or is it just kind of the same thing, but these kids are a little bit softer nowadays? They can't deal with it.
Well, yeah, I think you think they soft.
For example, right? I was watching this dude, Eric Dawson. He do this show. He do like his morning show weekdays, like 10 noon. Right? He had this lady in there. She complaining about her daughter. Know what I mean? She got this is that and the third about how her daughter is being bullied and how the school didn't do nothing, and she kept going on and on and on. I was just like, man, like, like if your parent is acting like that towards you, like going to school, like no matter what it could be, because it could be some real shit going on in school, like she may be actually getting jumped and shit.
Yes.
Like, so as a parent, you gotta step in and do your due diligence, right?
Yes.
But then at the same time, like, how are you preparing your child for the future outside world if they can't like get past like the bullying, cyberbullying stage? You know what I'm saying? That would be my first question about bullying right now.
You gotta face your fear. I was, like I said, okay, bullying go different ways. I was bullied. I was always the blackest one out of the crew. You know what I'm saying? The blackest student. Now, granted, I might have always been one of the flyers and coolest and whatever the case is, but I was the black one. I had a butt chin before I had facial hair. They hiked on me every day.
You were tall though, I would assume.
Yeah,
right?
I was tall.
Okay.
But I was a little punk. A little beyond. A little beyond. So, my mother always tell me, Chocolate, look.
Who Chocolate?
That's what your mom call you?
Yeah.
That man got 12 names.
Yeah.
10 11 names.
Hey, I said that in the song too.
Said that in the song. It's so crazy. What you got about 10, 11 names?
So look, she always tell me, Chocolate, you gotta look in this mirror yourself every day. It's not gonna change. You're always gonna be the blackest, and you're always gonna have this butt chin. It's not going away. You can't do nothing to make your black go away or your cleft go away. And one day you're gonna have to understand and accept it. But before I was strong enough mentally to understand and accept it, that shit will break me down. That shit will hurt me, and I will feel like less of a person of who I was.
Yeah.
And
Around what time? This is middle school or even high school?
This was my 6th grade year.
Okay.
Going to Myrtle Avenue in Irvington.
Middle childhood.
Yeah, well, around that time, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th grade,
Early childhood.
Yeah, so what I was getting to, it was bullying because they would always just say that, and they knew it would get to me. But I couldn't understand that. See, but at that point, I knew I was dressing better than they was, and stuff like that. I might have a haircut that week. They might not have a haircut the whole school year. But for the laughs and the jokes that they had on me about it was funny me having the butt chin. It was funny me being black. They would just run with it, and it was beating me down. And I would come home sad and depressed. My mother's telling me, fix your face. I don't want to see your face like that. Go in the mirror and understand who you are. When you figure that out, you come back and you talk to me. So,
if you had a side entity that you could go to after school hours.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I did, and I would go. Yeah, absolutely.
Things like that.
But I'm gonna talk about the bullying. So that's how I was being bullied, and it was breaking down. And then one day, so for some reason, it was the last day I went to school. He was moving. We moved from Irvington and back to Newark, and I knew it, like this was it. And I told myself, like, I'm not gonna let him get this today.
Yeah.
Today is my last day. Well, this is the last day I'm gonna take that you're gonna be able to get this on me.
Yeah.
And if it go my way, it do. If it don't, it don't. So at the school, we all walked to the store. And he went for it. The girls around, all the little girls around, and he was one of the corny, chubby, little fat, had the same braids in his head since birth, but he knew the jokes and he knew what it could make somebody else feel bad.
Yeah.
And he would use. I could have easily said something about my clothes, but that wasn't registering me because if I could let that register, look at what you have on him. Look what he don't have. Look what you do have. It was the shit that he had on me. which was being able to get the girls to laugh.
Yeah.
Like me saying I'm dressing nice, that wasn't funny. Okay, everybody could see that, but it might make them laugh. So I couldn't get that part out. And then the last day of school, it came to where I was like, you know what? I'm gonna shoot my shot, and I shot it. I went for everything. Everything I ever wanted to say that I was just scared because one, he was bigger than me. I was tall. He had weight. He was the one that had the jokes where everybody was like, they didn't want to joke with him because he had the jokes. He went out would embarrass you with the jokes.
Yeah.
And I went for it. And I got the best of him this day. Once he said that, I just started talking. Like, I got personal. Like, all I could do, I wasn't coming back. So I gave it all. Like, that's why your dreads dirty. That's why my sneakers new, yours old. Everything I could say. And they started laughing with me.
Yeah.
So it became, oh shit, now, and that's when it grew on me that I don't have to let you downplay me. Now I started realizing what mama was telling me. You're not that much better than me, but because you know that yourself, you think you got the advantage on me. But now I even the eyes. Now okay, I know what I am now. Now that mirror clicked in. Look at that. I'm gonna close your eyes, 10, and say what you gotta say. And I close my eyes and I start saying anything, and all I saw was myself. And this was gonna be here, whether you joking on me or not.
Yeah.
Long story short, he ended up chasing me home, and I hauled ass. I went in the store. I kept running in circles and all this little shit. Yeah. But at that point, I told myself nobody gonna get me like that no more, and I was able to defeat the bullying.
Yes.
Okay, now question. Right now, do you advise somebody getting bullied to just joke back with the person, like step your jokes up, like he did, like first, as this is your profession now, like what would you advise? What would you advise him to do? Rather than what he did, because obviously he conquered his own fear of that bully.
That's the home cooked meal, and that's what I was gonna get at. We're all taught from day one. We're taught two things. I'm gonna go for the negative first. The negative thing is if somebody put their hands on you, hit them back. I mean, honestly, that's true, but in a certain capacity. All right, if you're in school, obviously. Somebody put their hands on you, you should tell. But it should never get there. So for me, I'm taking this whole bullying thing. I'm not coming from the street side of it. I'm coming from the actual teaching what bullying is. Inside the schools. Having bullying conventions, having bullying clinics. We know that bullies exist. And we know that it's a big deal. And we know that kids kill themselves because people bully them. Mm-hmm. So working in Virginia, I actually learned a lot. I learned a lot in terms of positive reinforcement, and the whole bullying thing. It could all be stopped at an early age. This is how it's stopped. This is how bullying is stopped. Student mediation, peer mediation. You have a problem with him. I'm bringing you two together if I can. You're gonna write down the problem that you have with him. You're gonna write down the problem that you have with him. We both going to say the problem that we have with each other. After we say that, we're then going to write down on a list the things that we both want to agree upon. So now that you have this problem, you have this problem. How do you want to move forward? Do you guys not want to ever speak to each other again?
Question.
Yeah.
Just to interrupt you. What if me as somebody that's a bully be like, nah, I don't even want to write nothing down. Like I'm good. Like I'm going home. And my parents agree. Like yeah.
So the way the mediation go, the way the peer mediation go, I'm gonna mediate with you by yourself. I'm gonna mediate with him by himself. Before I bring you two together, you would already.
Is it mandatory? Is it mandatory?
Inside the schools, this should be mandatory peer mediation because it don't only teach you how to deal with that problem, but it opens your mind up for when you get in the real world and you may have a problem with the judicial system, and now due to peer mediation, you have some slight understanding of
everything
how
might not go your way.
Yeah, of how the court and everything works. Because here it is, you guys bullying. I don't want to sit next to him. I don't want him joking with me. And you agree and you sign at an early age. And then imagine being taught that basically all that a bully is someone who wants to win over you. They want authority over you. So what we'll do exercises and skits like this. I'm the bully. You're ugly. Your hair is messed up and your shoes are dirty. We teach the kids that, no, my hair looks good. I looked in the mirror and I washed my clothes and my kicks are definitely nice. Positive reinforcement. But that's the way we act in the school as staff. And I learned this in Virginia, and I was so excited to get back to Newark and put it into, my community. Positive reinforcement, never overreacting over a situation to kind of show the direction that the situation need to go in. So I'm yelling at you for doing something bad. When it's your turn next to correct someone's behavior, you're going to yell at them because they're doing something bad. So if we take it all the way back, all these behaviors are being learned. And the best way to deal with something is to know about it. What? Inside out. So I know that a bully is trying to win a argument with me or pick a fight with me. I have these coping mechanisms that I can use because I was taught this. Not only that, but we're having conventions and rallies about this in the school. You'll really be a fool to be a bully. So bullying would then go down in terms of its rate. But for me, man, I had a kid, man.
Yeah,
when I was 19 years old.
Okay, go ahead.
And I'm not gonna say his name, but this kid was special. This kid, he had a little brother. And I was working at JFK Recreation Center, home from college, and this kid, he was just real energetic, a little feminine. Loved his little brother. Always happy kid, making people laugh. And probably 4 or 5 years down the line, he reached high school. I hear a bad story of him in the newspaper killing himself over someone bullying him. And for me, I have pictures right now with this kid, like on my social media page, and it's just like it's something that's real. It's something that matter. It's something that needs more awareness drawn to it. It's something that the school needs to
Did you finish the sentence when you said get yourself over? I feel like you stopped mid sentence. Maybe
You said somebody was bullying you.
Someone was bullying the kid that was once in my camp, and he killed himself probably by the time he was in the 10th grade of high school.
So
That's crazy.
A specific, like, was it jokes? Was it
Do you know?
physical?
It was jokes. It was being talked about. As I said, he was a little feminine. I could have predicted that he, was probably he was probably gay. I could guess, and yeah, I'm pretty sure the jokes and everything was aimed to that. But this kid was also athletic too. If it was a ball, he could do it. If it was jump rope, he could do it. Very outspoken, but a leader, and that's why I gravitated to him, because the way he would just have his little brother who, was the cool little brother. Everybody gives him attention, but the way he just was a leader for him, it was great. It was great because, when you're young and you don't got nobody to look up to, you tend to stray off. And I know that little kid, his little brother, is going to be good just because he had that short period of time with his big brother in social services, DIFAS, and just seeing how his big brother was a leader for him, the little brother going to be well off. And sometimes sacrifices like that, they occur, and we don't understand why, and it's not meant for us to understand why. But I mean, bullying, we could sit here and talk about it. We could sit here and talk about it forever, and it's all about doing stuff about it. We got to create systems that protect kids from bullying, that teaches them to speak up, and that's the direction
then
we
it
need
comes
to
to the
move
point
in.
where you can teach them to speak up. But that, if we all spoke up, then you won't get bullied. That'd be the thing to get the
Right.
Because
And
the bully
that's
is
the
always
point.
still going to feel as though they have the upper power on you. They have something on you, and that's going to always. Well, I feel as though, man. I mean, there's ways to minimize it, but to get it to stop, I just don't think.
Bullies bully less dominant people. Bullies bully people that they know they can bully. Bullies don't bully people that
They can't bully.
They can't bully.
Yeah.
So you then say they're preying on them. They're watching how they are. They're looking at them, and then they know when they're going to take their shot, how they're going to take their shot. And the only thing the bully want to do is feel superior. They want to feel over this person. So the bully might just want to say shut up. Depending on the environment, depending on how much of a bully this person is. The bully might just want to punch you in your face. The bully might be your friend and might just be making jokes with you on a consistent basis because that's the way they make themselves feel good. So it's like it's no one recipe to fixing it, but just for me, my experiences working in systems. Systems are efficient and effective, and they give you stats. There's always going to be a number at the end of something. So if we wanted to look into a school and see about bullying, we could then go into the suspensions of fights, and look at the percentages if they're going down or up. The moment they go up, there should be what? Some form of a program, some form of a service in there to see that it decrease. If that's not happening, you're then just adding fuel to the fire. So a lot of times when I'm speaking, I'm speaking as someone who's worked inside of a public school system, been a part of a public school system, and now wants to serve as an entity to make a bridge from the community into the public school system. And at my community developmental center, you will be taught coping mechanisms to deal with bullying. You will be taught that. Why? Because bullying is real. You will be taught mental health exercises. Why? Because mental health is real. The fact of the matter, life is stressful. We live in an America that's very contradicting. We live in an America that's very judgmental. We live in America that's beautiful. We live in America that gives us opportunity. We live in America that gives us freedom.
But
what we choose to lean towards, what we choose to put our time, our energy, and our effort into is what will become. So if I'm 26 and I'm up here saying these things out my mouth, is not because someone gave me a magic wand and said, this is your destiny. This is because this is what I've repeatedly done, and I've got to this point now where I'm in positions where I still can't even believe it. Like, I was inducted into a fellowship for My Brother's Keeper tonight. My business is in partnership with My Brother's Keeper. So I have an MOU, a Memorandum of Understanding, signed, them paying me, but I'm a part of their fellowship to train me and make me a better leader. That's God. That's supposed to be happening. Mm-hmm. So that my company in its first 2 months is in partnership with the Obama Foundation, with the city of Newark. That's a big deal. That's supposed to be
love
happening.
Right there.
So when they say, well, why are you focusing on mental health and you didn't go to school for? Well, I've worked and served in my community for 13 years, and my company has also been in partnership with the city of Newark, Mayor Raz Baraka, and My Brother's Keeper Alliance and the Obama Foundation. But yeah, I'm on topic. We're having an opportunity summit on February 27th. Basically, we'll be providing jobs on the spot for 16 through 29-year-old young men of color.
Where's this going to be at?
This is going to be at the Prudential Center in Newark.
What days? Give it the dates again.
February 27th.
What days of the week is this?
It's one
Saturday.
day. The opportunity summit is one day. This is a Tuesday, February 27th, from
Tuesday.
9 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you'll like to attend, you could go on mbk.org and you can register. Registration is free. Once you register, if you attend one of the trainings at Essex County, which are roughly 3 hours, you will be guaranteed an interview on the spot on the 27th. We have companies such as Prudential themselves. We have the city of Newark. We have Starbucks. We have Horizon. We have T-Mobile. All different sorts of types of job opportunities. But My Brother Keeper Alliance was created by Obama when he was in office, I believe in 2015 after Trayvon Martin shooting. This is something that
we're finally starting to see like the My Brother's People program kind of hit the streets at least.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's been around.
Like it's been a lot of talk about it. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? But then when it's actually affecting like my community, Newark and shit. You know what I mean? That's actually pretty cool. And plus, I know you, so that's even cooler. You know what I mean?
Yes,
That
I
you're a part of it.
definitely appreciate that.
Is there anything that you would change about the process so far, or like
With me?
Or no. As far as just like any obstacles that you may have ran into working with different schools and shit like that, shit that you would change like immediately, like this is fucked up. You know what I mean? Like we shouldn't be doing this anymore, or something that you would change in the future. You know what I mean? Like because you made it this far, obviously, but it's like, you know what I mean? What are some of the what's some of the things that the schools are doing wrong right now, in your opinion?
Well, I don't think the schools are doing anything wrong necessarily. I think when there's a lack of understanding of the generation, of the technology,
things that get lost.
Yeah, when there's a lack of understanding, there's like, what are we doing? You don't even understand me. Here it is, you got a 50-minute class. Every day you're going to take 20 minutes, possibly, new teacher, to direct the behavior. Why don't we allow creative ways to reinforce, creative ways to deflect having to reinforce behaviors in class. So something simple is you come into class, you can listen to music for the first 5 minutes. The last 5 minutes you can get on your phone, and we do like some form of a research game to win a homework pass. These are very little creative ideas to get them going. You telling them to pull out their phone to use it, but to do something that could possibly gain them an incentive, that's the way. We need more incentive-based things inside of our schools. We need to be more versatile in terms of the good and service that we're providing. Yes, I can read this book, but 9 times out of 10, my upbringing and it ain't gonna make me.
It might not
focus.
register. Yeah,
it ain't gonna make me want to focus to read this book. But guess what? If you say we all reading this book, we all gotta stand up to read this book, and until we read our part, we get to sit down. Guess what? Before you know it, everybody gonna read it because everybody want to sit down and not knowing. We just using little creative ideas to get you to do what it is we need you to do. So that's my thing. I believe that we're in a generation where, hey, everything is out there. Anything you want to know, anything you want to research is out there. However, if
speaking to the mic,
if you don't focus in on the things that they care about, they meaning the youth, the next up, if you don't focus on the things they care about, how could you possibly ever get them to do what it is you need them to do? And it's like our jobs. If you want us to work for you, you gotta pay us. You gotta pay us. A kid, we need you to work for you. We need kids to work for us. Why? Because they're the future.
Hey yo, I got Hottie Boone on FaceTime. My shit blurry, man.
Hottie Boone, Coon, Zooms, phones.
Yeah, you can't. My shit blurry. It's been blurry like that all day. Huh? What do you say? Trying to come through? Yeah, you might as well, bro. You might as well come through. Shit, where you at?
This is gonna be very epic though, bro.
Hottie Boom, boom. What's good?
Yeah, we got when he gets
Yo, you got a ride?
we got Big Benny, we got P Still.
You already.
You got a ride? You got a ride right now? Just come over.
Yeah, we got. Let me see the FaceTime, J. We got Hottie Blood on the FaceTime.
Hottie blah blah.
Yeah, who your man's though? He probably should.
Hey, that Like, back to mental health. I shouldn't even like that dude. He took my spot as starting quarterback.
He black?
Yeah, I should. Back to mental health.
I know how I lost this spot.
He lost his spot because he
tell
broke
him to
his
come
leg. He lost his
Yo,
spot
you got
because he
my
broke his
address?
leg.
Niggas was at your place and
I lost my spot to him.
I'm about to send you your address.
I was a quarterback. The first
Hot
3
niggas
games.
some Young bullshit.
Sahai came in on some. I could throw the ball 70 yards. I don't need to know. I don't need to know nothing. But nah, yeah, I couldn't get the job done. For me, it wasn't for him. He wasn't as deep thinking about it like
Hold
me.
up, what am I sending
Me,
the address to, bro? You
I
hit
was
me
more
off
so like, yo, the line ain't blocking. I ain't off of it.
71 Crawford Street.
But
bro.
word.
Cause I can't send shit to you, cause you just FaceTime me off like a damn computer or some shit. I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, it's an iPad. All right, well, it's 71 Crawford, bro.
Me talking about shit.
71 Crawford Street. You know where I live, bro. You've been in my house before. Yeah. All right, bet. All right, yeah, we could probably wrap it up. You think that was? We got a lot of content. Oh, nigga, piece, dude. We got like that was like an hour within itself.
Yeah, man, clip it up, man. Make sure that